Hello YouTube people, today I will show you one of my favorite watches, Militado ML05. I bought this watch myself, this is not a sponsored watch. In this video I will somewhat compare this watch to several other watches that have similar vibe, and I will of course put this watch on a bunch of custom straps, and I will have a lot of fun doing that. In the video of this San Martin, I mentioned you that this San Martin looks like 4K resolution item, while this Militado just looks like 1080p thing. But now let me explain you why that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, first of all, I don't see watches as just some kind of resolution items. For me, a watch is more like a movie, you know. And if you don't like the movie, you can watch that movie on 4K, 6K, whatever K. If you don't like it, don't like it. Resolution, I ain't gonna change that. But if you really like the movie, you can watch that on your mobile phone on 720p. Who cares? You're still gonna have fun watching that movie. So, similar thing with this watch, but a little bit more than that, because a watch is also a little bit more like a piece of art, and the resolution, the sharpness could be part of the expression, how you wanna express you know, the art side of things. For example, let's take photography, especially headshot photography, portraits, you know. You don't really want to use the sharpest lens, because then you will show all little imperfections on the skin, and some professional photographers do even use some vintage lenses because of their specific look, for their specific smoothness as well, how they smooth out the skin tones and imperfections. It's all just what do you want for the end result. And for me, a watch like this is a little bit exactly like that. I am not sure if I would really like this watch if this watch would look sharp, would look like 4K resolution. For me, this watch is a little bit like a piece of art, and in that way, it is just perfect. I like the way it is. I don't want it to be any more with any more resolution than it currently is. For me, the most important thing in a watch is actually the character of the watch, and this watch has a plenty of character that I specifically like. It's just down to a personal preference, whatever you like, but for me, this is that type of character of a watch that I really like, and I currently have several other watches that have very similar vibe. So let's just have some fun and play around. Let me show you those watches. So another watch that has similar character, this is Tandorio, and it's a quirky watch. It's a quirky watch. It's not a review of this Tandorio, you know. I'm just gonna quickly show you several things about that watch. So let me put it on the wrist. The quirky thing about this Tandorio is how bubbly it is. Short and bubbly. It's, you know, usually I would complain that this watch is thick, but in this case, it feels like it's just part of the character. It fits the style of this watch. It's just so lovely. It's just so full of character, especially with this red dial. It's just insane. I absolutely love this watch, and anything that looks like something like that with this kind of character. It's not about sharpness. It's not about resolution. It's about the personality that the watch has, the happiness that it gives to you. It's just unbelievable. Look at this fat watch, short and fat watch with a big crown. It's quirky watch, but man, I do love this thing. This watch is just unbelievable. Another watch, which strangely I don't really love. I was thinking about doing a review about this bronze San Martin, but currently my feelings towards this watch are a little bit negative. I will explain everything, don't worry, but I just don't want to rush myself. I'll wait for the moment till I feel more positive about this watch to make a video about it. I just don't want to be too negative. It's, you know, it's still a watch that has plenty of character, and it's a very good watch, you know, very good strap. It's interesting that it's a bronze case. It has very good specifications, very good lume and everything. The only thing is that when this watch sits on my wrist, it's just a little bit too bulky. It looks a little bit like a design of a brick. Those sidewalls are just, straight 90-degree angle sidewalls, which doesn't really help with the bulky look. If they were a little bit rounded up, maybe, perhaps, then the watch would be a little bit more graceful. I don't know, but also the big thing is that the dial is very deep on this watch, which also makes it look a little bit, unrefined, maybe. I don't know. It's just, not technical flaw. It's just a personal thing, what you like, what you don't like. And for me, a dial this deep on such a small watch and this thick case on such a small watch, somehow it just doesn't play out very well. So I don't know, but still, this watch has plenty of character, and that's why I included this watch in this video, because it's one of those rather special watches that have huge potential. This watch is just, it's still, it's personality of some kind. It's just nice. Another watch which also has plenty of character is this Cadisen. It's not a perfect watch, but it has perfect personality, And I really do like this watch, especially the size for a diving style watch. So what's not perfect about this Cadisen is that lume is not very good. It's a diving style watch. You would expect a good lume on this watch, and it just isn't. And another thing, bezel is just bad. Bezel on this watch is just, cheapness. Okay, it's cheapness. But the way this watch looks and feels like on the wrist, man, it's just unbelievable. I so love this watch. Despite its flaws, it's just so good. I just love this style and the vibe that this watch gives. Man, I really like it. I really like this watch, and the price was very reasonable for this watch, even with the given flaws. It's just, it's a personal thing. It's personal taste thing, but that's what I really like. This one as well. I mean, from the very moment I took this watch out of the box, it's just instant love. Instant love. Any way you look at this watch, any angle, it's just wonderful. For me, it's a perfect watch. Simple as that. This is a perfect watch. Not only I like the looks of this watch, but also specifications. Diameter, according to my measurements, is 37.9 millimeters. Lug to lug distance is 47.5 millimeters, which seems to be like a little bit long, but the thickness of this watch is just 10.5 millimeters. And if I try to measure thickness, sapphire crystal excluding, I get about 8.8 millimeters in thickness, which makes this watch very wearable on the wrist. Also, this watch naked like this weighs just 44 grams. So the comfort with this watch on the wrist is just great. No problems. This was very comfortable watch on the wrist. Now speaking about specifications, also lug width 20 millimeters, very nice. Also this watch has sapphire crystal with clear anti-reflective coating. It's decent. It's not amazing, but it's actually pretty good. It's not bad. Throughout the day, I don't have any problems telling the time on this watch. It's fine. Also, this watch has screw-down crown and screw-down case back, which results in 100 meters of water resistance. By the way, very nice crown. The diameter of this crown is 5.9 millimeters, so it's a rather large crown. It's actually a very nice thing to use. What else? Well, one rather important thing is that this watch has this quartz movement of sweeping second hand. It's one of my favorite movements. I just love the reliability and how slim the watch can be with this movement. Speaking about reliability, this watch overall is something that I can put on my wrist in the morning, go throughout the day without worries whatsoever, and just take it off before going to sleep. Because this watch, it has a quartz movement, which means I can throw this watch around, I can ride my mountain bicycle, jump over speed bumps with this watch violently bouncing on my wrist, and this watch doesn't hurt me because it weighs just 44 grams, and also it's not a mechanical watch, so it doesn't matter if this watch is shaken around violently. Also, I can work in a garage on all kinds of things with this watch on my wrist because this has sapphire crystal. It's not afraid of scratches, which is very nice. And maybe in the evening I can go to the spa and jump in a swimming pool while still wearing the same watch. So this watch is it's just amazing. It does it all for me. Original strap seems to be pretty good. It seems to be very durable. It's holding up pretty fine. The only problem with this original strap is that it is a little bit stiff for such a small watch and a little bit rough. Anyway, let's try some other options. Like, for example, this nylon strap, which is a little bit softer, a little bit thicker. But it's not a problem because the watch itself is very slim, as I just told you. So even on a thick nylon straps like this one, it still looks great and sits very nicely on the wrist. And right now it's actually the first time I'm trying this watch on custom straps because, well, that's my rule. I don't play with watches trying different straps while I haven't done the review. So when I show you how this watch looks on custom straps, it's actually the first time I'm doing that. So I'm just having fun. I mean, look at this thing. Look at this thing. I'm actually surprised myself how good it looks like on this classic nylon strap. Anyway, let's try another option. This is the cheapest nylon strap that you can get on AliExpress. It usually costs just a little bit over €1, and the quality isn't very good. It's not very durable strap, but it is very cheap, very lovely, and it's actually very comfortable. So I have cut the second part of the strap, so it's right now just single pass nylon strap, and as you can probably tell, well, the quality of this strap, let me find some flaws. The quality of this strap is just not the best, but considering the price point, man, I just buy a bunch of them and just have fun. They are surprisingly comfortable given the price though. It looks very good on this watch. This green color on this watch, I think, looks really nice. And all the straps you see in this video, you can find them on my website, thomaswatchreviews.com, and just go into menu section called straps and you will find all the straps from this video. This one, I use this strap in every video because it just looks great on camera. It just pops out color-wise, very playful, very alive. But to be honest with you, I don't wear this strap in real life. I don't know, it looks great on camera, but I personally just don't wear it on myself somehow. Probably I should. It looks actually very good. This strap is one of my favorites because it's very neutral and it looks very cool. It looks very good on many watches. This one is no exception, also looks just great. On this strap, this watch looks just right. It looks just right. It's so nice. I really like the strap. This is, by the way, the same strap, just different color. Take a good look. Camera screen is very small, but still what I see makes me just so happy. It looks just so good. PU leather strap on a vintage style watch. I think it looks just right. I think it looks just right on this watch. Very nice. This brown color on this watch. I mean, any color on this watch looks great. It's, this watch is a little strap monster. This is a little strap monster. Oh my god, it's so much playfulness in the character of this watch. This is so much fun. It looks great. desaturated green tropical strap, silicone strap with holes on a watch that has 100 meters of water resistance. Just perfect combination. Not only it looks good, but also very practical. I really like this strap. It's good. It's a silicone strap, but it feels a little bit more like rubber. It's not sticky, and it's very flexible, very comfortable. And because it's a little bit desaturated, it looks great on a lot of watches. What I like very much is that I can actually divide my videos into different chapters on YouTube, which means that I don't need to time myself, don't need to hold myself back, and I can make video as long as I want, because if there are some parts that are a little bit too boring to watch, you can just simply use chapters and skip. And making long videos is just exactly what I want to do. It just happens to me naturally, you know. I'm just playing with watches, just having fun, and it just so happens that the video ends up being like half an hour long or so. It just happens by accident. Honestly, I'm just playing, having fun, put everything together, look at the time, and oh my god, it's half an hour long. But yeah, good thing is that there are chapters, so I can actually divide my video into different parts. This is probably the coolest leather strap that I currently have. I will show you closer, but take a general look right now. It's a little bit faded, aged leather, which I think looks great with jeans like that, and also looks great on a vintage style watch like this. It's just perfect combination to create some kind of a cool look. Also, let me show you this strap. Look, it's aging so nicely. It's wearing down with those stretch marks, with a little bit, you know, desaturation. It's man, this strap is just so good. It fits the style of this watch so well. Also on a jeans shirt, that's just perfect. On most watches, this strap looks just a little bit too crazy with those big holes, but somehow I think it works just right on this vintage style watch. I think it looks just right. On some watches it's just too crazy, but this watch is just such a strap monster. It just doesn't matter what you throw on this watch, it still looks cool. It looks cool, you know. Man, just look at this thing. Just look at this thing. It's just so good. Amazing, amazing. This is elastic nylon strap, and I think this gray color looks wonderful on this watch. It looks just wonderful, especially with jeans shirt. It just creates this very cool look somehow. I really love the vibe that this looks creates. It's just nice. It's just nice. It's just so perfect. Wow. Man, I really like this watch. I really like this watch. What a crazy, amazing watch. And it has this amazing sweeping hand quartz movement. It's just perfect. This is perfection. This is the same strap, just different color. I think it looks rather cool with this white line in the middle. It looks great on this watch. Of course, everything does. Everything looks great on this watch. I wouldn't put this watch on a shiny bracelet maybe, but everything else looks just right. It looks just right. This is suede leather strap. And hold on, I haven't showed you the look, how this watch looks like, hiding just a little bit behind the sleeve. Just, you know, tiny peak of a watch that's just, you know, just somehow it looks mysterious a little bit, you know. It just creates this point of attention. That's just cool. It looks just cool. Overall, this watch just... I don't know enough nice words in English to describe this watch, how much I like it. This is just so great. This is just so great. Nice leather strap, by the way. This is suede leather strap. Inside of the strap is very nice. Seems to be pretty good quality. And the price for this strap was just about 10 euros. The only disappointing thing on this watch for me is the lume. Lume is not strong. And I will just play around. I wanna do a little bit different lume shot this time. I just wanna, turn off one light. Let's see how it looks like. It's not just for lume. I just wanna play a little bit with lighting and see how it looks like in a video. Okay, let's turn it back on. And let's turn another light off. Oh, maybe, you know what? Maybe the view is a little bit better with just a single light. Creates a little bit more contrast. I don't know, man. What if I do this? Anyway, let's turn them both off. How is the lume? It does have a little bit of lume, but no, it's not strong whatsoever. Let me show you some other watches. Okay, let's play a little bit with this beautiful Cadisen watch. Also, let's turn off one light. How does it look like with a little bit more contrast? Just like that. Let's turn it back on. Another light. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah. This angle looks so good. What if I turn this light back on and this one off? Man, this is beautiful watch. Okay, let's turn off the lights. How is the lume? Well, it does have some lume. Nothing too impressive. Nothing too impressive. Okay, this lovely Tandorio. This is just wonderful watch. Plenty of character. Now let's play a little bit. Let's turn off one light to give it a little bit more contrast. Oh, it's just nice. This thing is just nice. Let's turn off another light. Oh, that's nice. Creates very nice contrast. Oh, this red color is just so alive. It looks so wonderful. Amazing. Okay, let's see how is the lume. Oh, so lume. Well, lume is a little bit better than the previous two watches, but still nothing to be too happy about. It fades out rather quickly, actually. It's not a strong lume on this watch. Now it's time for the San Martin. I'm telling you, it's gonna be amazing. So first of all, let's play a little bit with the light. Let's make a little bit more contrast image. How does it look like? It's a cool watch. Don't get me wrong. It's a cool watch. It's just a little bit, dial is a little bit too deep. And extra thickness on this watch just looks a little bit in a cheap way. While for example, on this Tandorio, it's a thick watch, but it fits the style of this watch. It adds to the character. While with this San Martin, I'm sorry, but it just makes it look a little bit cheaper. The extra thickness. I wish it was a lot slimmer. Then it would be something, special. Well, right now I don't know. I need more time with this watch to start actually loving it before I make a review about it. Anyway, now look, it's gonna be like a Christmas tree. Ta-da! Lume on this watch is just insane. It's a very, very good lume on this watch. It looks crazy. It looks great. Wow. Even on camera, it looks just great. What's the end note for this watch? Wonderful. It's wonderful watch. Nothing else I can tell you. Just one thing to complain about is that the lume on this watch is not strong. I wish that this watch would have a stronger lume, so that's one thing to be desired. And also, This is my perfect daily watch, but I miss one thing sometimes. I kind of wish that it would have a date window, but I am not sure, because right now this watch looks so perfect that I am afraid that the date window could ruin the design, could ruin the symmetry, the character, so I am not sure about that, not sure. Also, one more thing that I would like to mention is that I noticed that on the video this sapphire crystal looks blown out, as if it wouldn't have any sapphire, any anti-reflective coating somehow, but in real life it looks a lot better, believe me. Like, I struggle to catch an angle where it looks nice on the video, like this angle perhaps. This is how it actually looks like in real life. You know, I'm sitting next to huge light on the left, huge light on the right. It's just difficult to create this shot without reflections. But in real life, it's a lot better. So on my website, thomaswatchreviews.com, where I rate watches into different tier lists, I put this watch into keepers. This is very, very, very good watch for the money. Not just for the money, it's just very good watch overall. So thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.